Hello Pisces, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Pisces for the week of March 28th. Now Pisces, do keep in mind this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Pisces, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here for you. Now, I will be back with my original deck of cards that I usually use, but I felt like I wanted to use the Rider-Waite deck this week, and it also just looks better on the wood grain background. So let's go ahead and get everything in view here, and then we'll get right into it for you. Also hit subscribe and like, really helps my channel grow. And if you do subscribe, you'll get weekly, monthly, and bonus content from me. All right, so I think that looks just about right. So Pisces, there is, I did have to say, the Knight of Wands card popped out when I was shuffling. I normally don't take pop outs, but now that we have this Knight of Swords in the middle as well, I do feel like that potentially some of you are making moves in your life. You know, the Knight of Wands may bring a literal physical location, like a move of your location, relocation. But the Knight of Swords here can also bring in movement, right? And so it's almost like, I feel like for some of you, you're making moves, and they could be career moves, which we're going to talk about here in the past. And, you know, I'm kind of getting this energy for many of you of career finance type of energy. I'm not getting a whole lot of love energy. We'll see what other cards come in to clarify, but that's kind of what I'm feeling, like money moves, career moves. We'll see how that unfolds here. But right away in the middle, you have the Knight of Swords in your overall message. So the Knight of Swords is somebody who's really needing to take swift action, somebody who's really needing to seize the day, take advantage of opportunity, and charge forward with conviction as well. You can see that this person means business. I mean, take a look here, right? Look at their gaze. They mean business. And they're really in some sort of pure pursuit of a goal, right? They're in like some pure focus. This can also say that maybe you are somebody who's quick on your feet. You think quickly. You're capable of kind of connecting ideas together in a skillful way. Anything like that. But the Knight of Swords, you know, this also talks about potentially, like I said, taking action. But the Knight of what I wanted to say was, the Knight of Swords is interesting because it tells you to take action, but it also tells you to be careful that you are not impulsive, okay? They may even be a little bit angry, as you can see here on their face. And impulsivity and anger do go together. And so I do wonder if some of you want to just be careful that, you know, you're making a move here, but you're also making sure that you have all the facts, making sure that you're not putting yourself in a bad position, which is really what impulsivity leads to. So in the past, you have the Emperor and the Nine of Pentacles. Really love this energy for you. The Emperor is really an energy of, it's like boss energy. It's big boss energy, right? Like this person has been extremely successful. You can tell because they are sitting on a throne. They have a gold crown. They have whatever this is in their hand. Let me know in the comments if you know what that is. It's like an Ankh or something, but it looks like a bigger one. Hard for me to say, but this person is the epitome of success, okay? And they have done that by being stable, rational, and they also kind of have this this like energy of authority about them. And so it's a good omen to find. When you get the Emperor, it's a really good omen to find in business context. This may even be your boss, or if you work for somebody, you know, you may be somebody who like manages people, or you may be the boss. Also take a look here. They have something in their hand. I don't know if that's a pentacle or a compass, maybe a compass. Hard for me to say. I should look that up. But you also have this paired here with the Nine of Pentacles. Now take a look. So take a look. You can tell that they are surrounded by lush green, right? Like they are surrounded by these bushes that not only have pentacles, but also have fruit. Okay, they have fruit as well. And so for this person, they have built something which is symbolized by the bushes in the background, the greenery, the shrubbery in the background. They have built something that sustains them, not only because of the fruit here, but also because these pentacles are obviously also resources and can be used to buy things, invest, do all those sorts of things. So when you get the Nine of Pentacles, it's a major card of financial independence. It's also a major card of potentially, like I always like to say, it's like passive income, dividends, anything like that, enjoying yourself, enjoying the fine things in life, knowing that you've worked hard for what you have. So this is big for you. Whatever is going on here is really big. In the future, you have the card that actually comes before the Nine of Pentacles, which is the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles can represent like dedication to a task. Here you can see that they're working hard on something. Their other creations are hanging up on the post above them, or on the post there. And so this talks about you, being really interested in your work, like not just interested, but being like all in on your work, being dedicated to the work that you do. And with that, it says that you have a major talent. You have a major skill that keeps you well provided for, that presumably, as this card comes before the Nine of Pentacles, presumably this skill can be used to get this harvest, as you see in the background, right? And so for you, it's like you're building on your talents, you're building on your skills, you're building on your expertise. You have the Ten of Wands here as well, which this person's sort of carrying a burden. It does say that you've kind of reached the end of something. Okay, you've reached the end of something because it's a 10. 10s are completions in the tarot. And it asks you to maybe ask yourself, where do you want to go from here? Just know that you have a lot of experience. Each one of these 10 wands that this person's carrying represents experience earned and knowledge gained along the way. And so you know what you're doing, you're experienced, and you have the skill, you have the talent, you have the ability. And so where do you want to take all of that? And where do you want to go with that? So let's go ahead and move up the pyramid. This is an amazing reading. You have the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Hermit. You have the Six of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Okay, you have like a bunch of Empire cards. The Emperor is definitely somebody who is also interested in building their empire, and so is the King of Pentacles. We could also say the Queen of Pentacles. King and Queen of Pentacles here, both counterparts in the tarot. Remember, it doesn't matter what gender you are, you can take on the aspects of any of these cards. But you do have counterparts here with the King and the Queen of Pentacles. I actually want to say that this could be a power couple. You know, that's more like the Emperor, Empress, but the fact that we have the Emperor here as well, some of you may some of you may find a wealthy partnership with somebody. This could obviously be a romantic connection. That's why I said power couple, but you could also find a wealthy business partnership with somebody at this time. The Queen of Pentacles is similar to the Nine of Pentacles, and it's interesting that you get them next to each other. The Queen of Pentacles is also a major card of financial independence. You actually have the two major cards of that energy of financial independence here together. And so for some of you, you know, if it's not you going in business with somebody, or if it's not you partnering up with somebody, the steps that you're taking here really are setting yourself up. Take a look at this, take a look at the background here, okay? Take a look at the background here. So in both of these cards, you can see that there's a lot going on. I mean, look, there's all of these bushes, all of these plants, the pentacles here, and then take a look, you have this symbolism coming back in with the fruits. This person's like wearing a cloak that has fruit on it. This indicates harvest, okay? This indicates resources. This indicates not only having everything you need, but having an abundance of everything you need. So for you, it's like, if there's not material support now, there could be in the future, but there's also just like the accumulation of assets, or the accumulation of resources, or the accumulation of something here. Because I have never seen this much symbolism. And that doesn't even count the Emperor. But I mean, with the Queen of Pentacles, we talked about the fruit growing on the bush here. And then you see it here with the King of Pentacles again. Accumulation of assets and resources. Maybe some of you are looking to buy real estate. Maybe some of you are looking to do something like that. The Hermit is somebody who's all about self-mastery, becoming a master, becoming the best version of themselves, and maybe doing it on their own or doing it solo. The Six of Swords is somebody who's maybe transitioning to a new place, going new places, seeing new people, trying new things, kind of sailing towards calmer shorelines, things along those lines. So this could also bring about a move. We talked about in the beginning how that Knight of Wands popped out. That's another, the Six of Swords is another move card. So maybe some of you are doing that. You have the Seven of Cups. You have the Five of Wands. And you have the Page of Cups. Awesome. So the Seven of Cups here, I mean, you have so many choices and options available, right? I mean, the Seven of Cups, I mean, take a look. This person's trying to decide which item they want from which cup they want. Each cup has a different type of item, but each one of those things represents a different just option, right? Just generally options. So on one hand, you're spoiled for choice. You have a ton of different things, which I would say is absolutely true, because we talked about all of this resourcefulness here, all of this accumulation of resources and assets available. And so the Seven of Cups just says, like, do not get overwhelmed with the choice that you have to make, okay? Do not allow all of these options, everything that you can see clearly here, to overwhelm you. You do have this Five of Wands, which is conflict, okay? You can see that these people are sparring. They're kind of going through something, and the Five of Wands can say that there maybe needs to be conflict resolution as well, not just dealing with a conflict, but not just going through a conflict, but also trying to achieve conflict resolution towards something. It can also say that, you know, whoever wins the battle of the Five of Wands, it does say that you will get the Six of Wands, which is a big victory. Then lastly here, you have this Page of Cups, which this is somebody who's maybe coming forward to offer you something, right? It could be, typically the Page of Cups is about like a romantic offer, somebody saying that they're interested in you, somebody like maybe asking you out on a date if you're single, or whatever the case may be. You do have this couples energy here with the King and the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know about that. I feel like the Page of Cups in this case is more about potentially you being a dreamer. The Page of Cups is a classic dreamer. They always have a vision. They always have a goal. The problem for the Page of Cups is making sure that they execute on the dream that they have. Let's see what else we have here. So you have the Seven of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so standing your ground with the Seven of Wands. Okay, this is somebody who's facing competition. It's interesting, I wasn't really getting competition, although it makes sense now that you have this Five of Wands as well. Obviously they're sparring, they're going through a battle, and that can be seen as a competition as well. So for some of you here, that is certainly now coming in some area. What I would say is for you, try not to let anybody else's poor behavior, or try not to let anybody else's, I'm just gonna say it, lower vibrational energy keep you down at this time. Because look, I need to go back here for you. All of these assets, all of these resources, all of these skills with the Eight of Pentacles. I mean, you have everything that you want and more here available to you. And so to allow somebody else to come in and sort of rain on your parade, it would be a shame to see that. But again, you know, you have free will, right? So you also have this Wheel of Fortune, which says conditions are favorable. Okay, there's a big change coming into your life. The Wheel of Fortune represents a big change. It represents a turn of the wheel, a turn of your destiny arriving. But it does say that conditions are favorable. You may even be lucky about something. Something good could happen. Let's see what else we have here. Let's start at the top here, or let's get to the top of the pyramid. So at the top of the pyramid, you have the Tower. So the Tower is actually a blessing in disguise. It's an extremely misunderstood card. The Tower releases yourself from some sort of self-imposed prison. As you can see that there are no doors on this tower, right? These people that are falling from the tower, they did not make this tower with a way, they did not give themselves a way out. Now the lightning bolt is coming in to provide them with a way out of the tower that they trapped themselves in. And so it's actually a blessing in disguise, and the Tower can also be seen as a big revelation in your life. On the bottom, you have the Seven of Swords. I would just say now that we have the Tower, the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Five of Wands, I would say if you feel a certain way about somebody, especially if this person is business related, I would say trust your gut, okay? This is a card of deception. This is a card of somebody undermining you potentially. It could also say build a strategy. It could also ask you to build a strategy. But my intuition is telling me that you may want to, if you feel that there's somebody who, you feel like there's a rat, I would say trust your gut on that, all right? So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.